I started playing volleyball at a really young age. I remember as early as probably like 5 or 6, just playing around and going to my sister's practices. And my parents were coaches, so I was also at their practices. Probably middle school was the first time I thought about college volleyball. As I was going through the recruiting process, I was not highly recruited. I wrote a bunch of schools as a senior in high school, and UW was one of the ones that wrote back like, hey, we don't have a scholarship, would you come on a visit? And so they saw something I think that could bring value, which was being a good all-around player.
Tama Miyashiro. Gerard.
That play was all started by Tama Miyashiro. She was beautiful.
As soon as I talked to the staff and the head coach, Jim McLaughlin, he just told me, hey, I want you to compete. And I was like, okay, I'm in. I got invited to the national team the summer of my junior year going into my senior year. And so it was a really impactful experience for me to see volleyball at the next level. And so I went back to UW, finished my last year, graduated in 2009, and in January of 2010, went to Anaheim. With Team USA, it was like an adventure, you know, every single day trying to compete against girls that have been to multiple Olympics, and they're pushing you, and it's like a great journey of just taking it one day at a time.
And then you make the 2012 Olympic roster.
So when you make it, you're like, yes, all that work I put in was for a reason. I get to go compete with my best friends and best teammates. And then on the other hand, you're like, what the heck just happened? The older players on the team did a good job of showing us like, this is what we do with the USA team. It was a really cool moment because they of course celebrated that with me. Coaching for me, it was kind of always there because my parents were coaches. It wasn't really until maybe my college years, I would say, I thought about it. Most of that came from the good staff that I had at UW. I really liked playing for them. They had such a big impact on my life that I was like, okay, if I could have that same impact on somebody else, just one person, that would be amazing. Wasn't always like a big dream of mine to be a head coach. Ultimately, I just really like coaching the game, and we all know that head coaches have so many things to, make decisions on. League One had just a lot of support that they were willing to throw at me. I got super lucky because I got coached by my mom, my cousin, my sister, all females, Tui at UW. I had that role model for kind of a long time. Yeah, I think to have a head coach that's a female helps in the sense that they've gone through exactly what the players are going through, and I know that resonates to a lot of them. To just be like, okay, you're giving me this advice, and I know it's coming from a place where like you were able to learn from it. That's really powerful. Hopefully something I could leave behind of really push the boundary of like what's possible, and I try to like set the tone for other people, because I think that becomes the more meaningful part of it. There's no better place than to do it here.
LOVB Volleyball.